Hello, everybody. You're so welcome. This is Daniel Kasuzi from Another Hope Children's Ministries, and it's a great honor for me to be able to talk to you guys and just share my story about how the past couple of months have been. Actually, over a year service here at Another Hope Children's Ministries has been. Last year kicked off like any other normal year. Things were the same. We are getting geared up to go on and execute our activities like we're supposed to, and like we normally do when the year has just begun. But little did we know that in a haste, 2 months later, our goal is to make the payments and plans practically the whole world closed and boarding school. And COVID hit. Get back here with coming then, COVID. Us here, guys, with the team, had to take leave and stay home because we couldn't really afford to have everybody here. And the finances were going constrained. The days were unsure. We weren't so certain about how the next day is going to look like, and it was very hard for us to move because vehicles couldn't move, and we hadn't got any special permission to actually be able to drive our cars as we execute our activities. So it sort of forced us to actually get out of our normal routine and our comfort zone because service had to go on, and we had children that we were actually keeping here, and we had to make sure that everything was taken care of. So that meant that things were just going to go out of the norm in order for us to be able to execute our mandate. So it called for patience, it called for resilience, it called for us to actually sacrifice. I remember me and Ruth, the executive director, used to work for 5 hours just to get here because we used to stay at 21 kilometers from where we are. I mean, our home used to be 21 kilometers back then. So, so the first time we ever did that work, we weren't so certain, but we say, you know what, I think we're gonna go and we're gonna make it. And so we packed our bags with all kinds of eats and drinks just so that we could stay hydrated. And we made it here. It was quite fascinating given the fact that at that point you couldn't be able to move past a certain hour. So it was quite challenging. Everything came to a halt. Everything was painfully slow. Yet decisions had to be made and actions have to be taken. I mean, decisions had to be made and actions had to be taken in order to make sure that we could have the children stay here as comfortably as they could. And even with all our stakeholders, the team, like I said, some of them were home, most of them were home, some were working from home, others, had to, wait it out until when we could get back to know, our partners, the government, the donors, some of them were unable to actually continue with the support yet we needed it so much. It was also a tug of war, just trying to keep the kids engaged for all that period that are going to be there because, I mean, it's months, weeks, months, and when they actually aren't going to school and they're here, and you don't even know when they're actually going to get out of this. So, the devise new ways on how to do what we had to do. We only had one vehicle that was still running, that was a truck, because the trucks were still allowed to actually move around. So we made sure that everything that we did that required a vehicle, we used in the truck, that one truck. So on all kinds of difficulties, but we saw God's favor at the end of the day because He gave us the strength to actually bear it and say, you know what, this is what we're going to do. We had to do supposed to have a certain number of people in the truck, but sometimes we always overshoot the number of people in the truck. And if we reach a roadblock, a police post, checkpoint, some of the people would actually have to get off, then trek past the police post or the checkpoint, maybe 3 kilometers so much down the road. You know, the counselors or the directors, truck goes through the stop, and then you find them right ahead on the journey. Stuff goes that corner, and then they go to the side. You know, we didn't even do the church also because I mean we couldn't have many miles from wherever. A couple of team members. So yeah, it was quite an interesting time. But would actually, you know, we were forced to get out of our comfort zone. Realize, you know what, they had to get about the wheels to actually learn how to race bikes. Actually, because some didn't know. We did. And I must say, because at that point, you know, everything was, you know, sort of like, you know, came to a standstill. Oh, you know, it was quite slow and create a difference and continue, you know, inspiring the children because they need us now more than ever, especially due to the fact that we're facing depression and all these other anxieties, you know, so as a result of not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow. And, you know, we tapped into that, found alternative means, and, you know, we still executed. And it gave us time to reflect. It gave us time to reflect upon our lives, upon our work. It gave us time to actually, you know, be able to sit down with the kids and talk through situations with them, which we would have normally not have had the time to do, because I mean, you know, it's go, 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 you know. But you know, at that point, you know, with everything so slow, we had the time to, you know, study stuff, observe stuff. I mean, even the kids, they had enough time to actually come and put their questions to us. We had the time to sort of like mingle with them better, socialize better, get to know some of those challenges that we're going through. I mean, some of them emotional, definitely. Some of them were experiencing an emptiness for whatever reason. So, I mean, we were able to get close to them and talk out these things, and we came out with stronger relationships than we had ever had before. You know, the walks that we used to take with everybody when we were going back home after a weekend of being here, me and Ruth, you know, all the girls, and you know, the caretaker just coming to escort us 6 kilometers away. I mean, you know, such stuff, which I'm pretty sure will never come back again. You know, I miss those moments. You know, even though at that point, we didn't really realize. I mean, we were living out our best lives. I must say that it was just one of those special times that we experienced together. And you know, we got to anchor ourselves a little more to the Lord, and you know, that was also, you know, that was a beautiful thing, really. You know, our walk with him, you know, was strengthened a little bit. Became closer. I think we built better bonds with him, and you know, even with our sponsors and our donors and all these other partners, they had time to actually sit on their computers, on their gadgets, and they were able to see whatever we were going through. I mean, whatever we posted, and you know, we were closely in touch with everybody. So, I mean, you know, the relationships were built. You know, we had a realization about alternative ways of doing things, and some of it actually we've kept, you know, whatever we developed then, the mannerisms that we developed, you know, some of the behavior that we developed at that point to be able to cope. The country has only been kept up to now. Hopefully next year, you know, it's positive. We haven't really experienced that quite better ways for us to be able to execute our job. So it's been an interesting journey. We're still here because. So it's been great, I must say. It's been once in a lifetime out there. Who's been a friend of me experience, you know, definitely. But one where we live with the young most profound lessons ever that we think we're going to carry close to our hearts than we ever got done before. So to everybody out and all that we've seen, I think we're just going to come out a whole lot stronger and more committed to seeing the dream get achieved. So thanks again, guys. You stay blessed and stay safe. And yeah, may God keep you well. Thank you.